Finally, you are here. How I've been waiting for you. I'm all bubbly inside. And if it had taken just one more second for you to come here, I would have bubbled over. There is a story growing inside of me, just bursting to be told, and I can't hold it inside any longer. The story wants itself to be told just for you. My name is Kia, and I'm the person holding the story inside of me. I'm so happy that you are here and that your ears are going to listen. By lying down and making yourself cozy and comfortable, you can listen to the story in the best possible way. You can close your eyes if you want, and let your beautiful eyes rest. Take a deep breath and let your marvelous body relax. Let every little bit of you just relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Just so. Deep and relaxed. Let your body get heavy and comfortable there under the blanket. Let my voice guide you to a feeling of safety and warmth. At the same time as the story grows with every word I'm telling. Just like that. Are we ready to let the story start growing word by word? Good. Then we can let it start. It is early in the morning, and it is mostly only the birds that are awake, and they tweet happily on this warm summer morning. Liam wakes up and looks around in confusion. Something had woken him up. He can hear the sound of someone tapping on the window. There, on the windowsill, is a woodpecker pecking on the window frame. When Liam looks at the woodpecker, it stops pecking and looks back at Liam. Their eyes meet for a few seconds until the woodpecker returns to its pecking. Liam gets a strange feeling that the woodpecker isn't a normal woodpecker. There was something in the bird's eyes that looked eerily like human. Liam walks up to the window and looks out. The woodpecker flies off, looking and sounding a little annoyed about being disturbed. The night mist hasn't quite lifted yet, and the grass is heavy with dew. It is a beautiful, magical morning. Two squirrels hop quickly across the lawn before they dash up a tree trunk and disappear. Liam smiles and joy bubbles up within him. Today his and Lily's second cousins, Frank and Doris, are coming to visit. It's the first time they are coming home to Liam and Lily, and Liam is looking forward to showing them all the great places for playing and having fun. He slowly walks downstairs. He doesn't want to wake the others. Liam enjoys having a few moments on his own in the morning. He kind of liked being alone with the feeling of magic for a while. He opens the door just enough for him to slip out. He sits down on the porch and closes his eyes. He breathes in all the morning smell in one deep breath. A few minutes later, Lily comes out and sits next to him. There they sit together, brother and sister, waiting for the rest of the world to wake up. The morning passes quickly. Both children are excited about their cousins coming, and in no time they can hear a car coming up the driveway. They all go out to meet their guests, Mom, Dad, Liam and Lily. The guests are Mom's cousin, his wife and their 2 children, Doris and Frank. Doris is the oldest one, Lily is the youngest, and Liam and Frank are the same age. The children immediately start running around, playing, and are happy to see each other again. The grown-ups laugh and let the children run around. After playing and running around for a while, the children lie down in the warm grass behind the house. As they lie there, they can chat and enjoy each other's company. It's a beautiful day with blue skies, a soft summer breeze, and a warm sun. Lily yawns loudly, and they all feel drowsy from lying there in the warm grass, listening to the birds chirping and the grown-ups preparing food in the kitchen. Liam can hear the woodpecker flying around somewhere too. The children let themselves stay in this relaxed state for a moment. It's so nice to just be there, somewhere between being awake and asleep. Their breaths are getting deeper and slower. Their eyelids slowly close. They are safe, warm, drowsy and content. Oh, how close to sleeping they are. Children, come and eat now. The children yawn and stretches, calm and relaxed after their rest. They eat with a healthy appetite and happily help themselves to all the delicious food that is put on the table out on the balcony. After eating, the children decide to go to the playground nearby. Lily likes the swings there. They are made of huge tractor tires, and 2 or maybe even 4 children can swing at the same time. On the walk there, they eagerly talk about all the fun they will have on the swings. Liam notices the woodpecker again. He gets the feeling that it wants the children to follow along. Liam quickly explains this to the others, who are happy to join him. Together they follow the woodpecker through the woods and out onto a meadow. In the middle of the meadow there is a tent, one of those tents you only see in cartoons. It isn't the kind of tent that you sleep in, but it is tall and impressive and looks almost regal, with its tall, round roof, and at the top of the roof, a flag banner flapping in the summer breeze. The woodpecker flies up and sits at the top of the flag banner. Naturally, the children get curious and walk closer to the tent to explore it. Liam and Lily have never seen the tent standing here before. Heavy curtains cover the opening, and Frank calls out a careful "Hello?" No reply. They look at each other, and Doris summons up the courage and slowly lifts the curtains. At the same time as she calls "Hello?" this time a little louder. Still no reply. When they lift the curtains, they hear noises from within the tent. The sound of distant laughter, shouts, and excited screams. Strange, they all think to themselves. The tent isn't very big. It looks like it can take 5 people max. And yet, it sounds like the noise comes from a lot more than 5 people, and from way deep inside the tent. They walk around the tent to find out if the noise comes from something or someone outside, but they can't hear or see anything. Back at the opening, they take a deep breath and go inside. It is pitch black. They can't see anything when the curtains fall back into place behind them. They can hear the noise more clearly now that the curtains have fallen into place. But it still sounds as if it is way off in the distance. They are feeling for each other's hands in the dark. They stand perfectly still for a moment. And then Lily has the brilliant idea to light the flashlight on her phone. She points the flashlight around them, and now they realize that they aren't in a tent at all. They are in a cave. Behind them is the curtain, and they can't resist peeking out. Outside, the sun is shining, and they can see the meadow. Filled with curiosity, they slowly and carefully walk towards the noise, holding each other's hands tightly. Without Lily's flashlight, it would have been difficult to walk. The floor and the walls are covered with stones that are sticking up. They can hear the happy laughter clearer with each step, and all of a sudden they come around the corner and find themselves at the opening of the cave. They see lights, a lot of lights, from twinkling lamps in all different colors. All 4 of them stand with their mouths wide open, because what they can see outside the cave is completely unexpected and surprising. In front of them, there is a huge fairground with roller coasters, a ferry wheel, merry-go-rounds, slides, swings, and all kinds of fun stuff. And there are children, lots of children from all corners of the world, busy having fun, laughing and shouting with joy. A couple of the children run past and wave and shout to Liam, Lily, Frank and Doris, "Come and play!" The children don't need any convincing. They excitedly run after the other children. They play together with many of the other children, and it doesn't matter what country they come from. Somehow they all understand each other, although they speak different languages. They found out that this is a special place, only for children. There are no grown-ups here at all. And they have all come here in the same way, through the magic tent that has appeared in different places around the world. Some of the children have been there several times before, and others are here for the first time. New children come in now and then, and from time to time someone says goodbye and goes back home again. They also find out, although they find it hard to believe, that it doesn't matter how long they stay at the fairground. Time will still be the same when they come home, as it was when they stepped into the tent. After having played, ridden on merry-go-rounds, laughed and eaten so much cotton candy and popcorn that their tummies ache, they go with some of the other children up to a big campfire up on a hill. On the ground around them are soft and fluffy pillows and blankets, and they all lay down. They can hear soft and relaxing music further away. They can't hear the words, just the soft humming. They lie there together by the safe campfire, listening to the fire cracking and the soothing music, looking up at the stars shining brightly in the sky. The moon lights up the ground around them. As far as they can see, in any direction, there is only the fairground. It's enormous. The hill with the campfire is the place to go and rest when you get tired. Liam yawns, which makes the other children start yawning too. "What an experience," says Frank. "I want to stay here forever," says Lily. "You can never have enough popcorn," says Liam. "Playing is the best," says Doris. They all agree with one another. It couldn't possibly get better than this. The children are tired and content, and they feel their eyelids getting heavy. They blink slower and slower. Their breaths get deeper and slower. Their bodies get more and more relaxed and heavy with every breath they take. Soon their eyes are closed. The relaxing and calming music and the humming follow them into sleep. They fall asleep, safe and calm, with a smile on their faces. It's difficult to measure time, and therefore it's hard to say how long the children stay there. It's always dark and night, and there is always a shining moon and a starry sky. You sleep by the comforting fire when you are tired. You eat popcorn and cotton candy when you are hungry. And you play and go on the swings in between. One day or night, Lily says, "I miss Mom and Dad, the day and the sun, sausage and spaghetti, and even the salad that Mom always tells me to eat." The other children agrees. It's time to go home again. They say goodbye to the other children and walk back into the cave. They turn around to wave one last time, and the children happily wave back, only to rush back into play. Lily lights the flashlight on her phone, and they start walking through the cave, back to the curtains. They lift the curtains and step out into the meadow, with the sun's rays shining so brightly that they are blinded and find it hard to see. Their eyes have gotten used to the constant darkness inside of the tent, or rather fairground. Happy, eager, and desperate to come home, they run as fast as they can back to the house. Once they are home, they throw their arms around their moms and dads' necks. Their parents look surprised over all the attention and care. "Oh, we are so happy to hug you again. You have no idea what we have done," all four say together. Their parents look at each other with a twinkle in their eyes. "Well, I think we might have an idea of what has happened. Could it possibly include a magic tent?" says Liam and Lily's mom with a smile. For a second time, the children can feel their shins drop, and they look at their parents with open mouths. But how can you know that?" asks Lily. "We have also been in the tent several times when we were young. The tent appears in different places, and sometimes you are lucky to bump into it more than once when you are little. Your mom and I met there when we were children, and we recognized one another immediately when we met here as adults," says Liam and Lily's dad. "Frank and Doris' dad and uncle were there together with me and my sister once," says Liam and Lily's mom. "I have been there with some of my friends, and we recognized the look on your faces right away," says Frank and Doris' mom. "And also, it was only a few minutes ago that you ran off to play." The rest of the day and late into the evening, they talk about everything they have experienced in the magic tent. Their parents start talking about old memories, and they laugh a lot and loudly. For instance, they tell the children that the woodpecker is always around when the tent is nearby. Just before dinner, the children return to the meadow to see if the tent is still there, but the meadow is all empty and quiet. There is no trace of the tent or the woodpecker. It is getting late, and Frank and Doris have to leave. It has been a long and eventful day, or weeks, or however long they spent at the fairground, and the children are really tired. Liam and Lily brush their teeth and get changed without fuss. It feels nice to be back in their beds again. Mom and Dad barely have time to tuck them in before they sink deep into a safe and relaxing sleep. Their breaths become heavier and slower. Soon they sleep safely and deeply, warm and relaxed, there in their own beds, dreaming of woodpeckers, relaxing music and humming, fluffy blankets and a crackling campfire. Sleep well, dear.